When people think of millionaires, they usually imagine giant mansions, luxury cars, and lifestyles like celebrities. But here's the surprising truth: many millionaires actually don't live that way at all. They're often quietly living normal lives, right in ordinary neighborhoods. That means your wealthy neighbor might not look rich at all. That's why this book is so powerful. The Millionaire Next Door shows us the truth about real millionaires in America. Instead of the flashy lifestyle, they studied how wealthy people really live. And the results are very different from what we expect. The authors, Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko, spent years researching millionaires across the country. They looked at their habits, spending choices, and how they built their wealth. What they found was shocking. It wasn't luck or lottery wins. It was discipline, savings, and smart financial choices. So, who are these millionaires? They're not the Hollywood celebrities or flashy influencers. They're small business owners, teachers, engineers, and even your neighbor down the street. People living normal lives, but with extraordinary financial discipline. The big takeaway is this: true wealth doesn't always show on the outside. Many millionaires live below their means, save consistently, and invest wisely. They're not focused on looking rich, they're focused on actually becoming rich. That's a game-changing mindset. And that's why this book matters for you. It proves that wealth is not reserved for the famous or the lucky few. It shows that financial success is possible for anyone willing to live with discipline and purpose. That's the real secret of the Millionaire Next Door. What if I told you the real millionaire could be living right next door, mowing their own lawn, shopping with coupons, and driving a 10-year-old car? Hi, I'm Ethan, and welcome to Ethan's Money Library, building wealth one book at a time. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more life-changing lessons from the best financial books out there. This video is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. In this video, we'll break down the key lessons from the Millionaire Next Door, use real-life analogies, and explore why building true wealth is more about habits than mansions. Stick around, take notes, and let's dive in. Most millionaires don't look like the people we see in movies. They're not always living in penthouses with designer clothes and sports cars. Instead, they're often the neighbor you pass every morning, quietly building wealth in simple ways. Real wealth is usually hidden in plain sight. Picture a modest suburban home, me with an old pickup truck in the driveway. Inside lives someone who's far wealthier than they appear. They don't flaunt their money, they quietly grow it through investments and discipline. Their wealth is steady, not flashy. Meanwhile, the flashy lifestyle we often admire, luxury cars, giant houses, designer brands, is only the tip of the iceberg. What most people don't see is the real wealth hidden underneath. Investments, savings, and financial discipline. That's where the true foundation of wealth lies. The truth is, millionaires don't need to show off because their wealth works for them. They build security, freedom, and options for the future instead of chasing temporary luxury. And that's why your neighbor might be wealthier than the celebrity on TV. Real millionaires are ordinary people with extraordinary habits. Millionaires don't chase every shiny new thing. Instead of living to impress others, they focus on building a strong financial foundation. They know that true wealth is measured by free, not flashy purchases. It's a quiet kind of strength that grows in the background. It's like a farmer eats some of his crops but saves the best seeds for next season. The harvest today gives joy, but the seeds are what create tomorrow's abundance. Millionaires think this way about money. They enjoy life, but make sure they're always planting for the future. While many people rush to upgrade to the latest gadgets or cars, millionaires often stick with what still works just fine. They value reliability over trends. This doesn't mean they don't enjoy nice things, it means they choose wisely and avoid waste. That's how they quietly grow their wealth. The money they save from these choices doesn't disappear, it goes to investments that keep multiplying over time. That's why wealth grows in silence while others are busy showing off. Millionaires play the long game, patiently letting their seeds of wealth turn into forests. It's not flashy, but it's powerful. Imagine trying to build a house without a blueprint. It would fall apart before it's even finished. Millionaires see their budget as the blueprint for their financial future. Every line, every choice, is drawn before the real building begins. Without it, wealth doesn't stand for long. In the US, people who don't budget often fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation. As they earn more, they spend more chasing upgrades that don't bring real happiness. Millionaires avoid this cycle by sticking to their blueprint. They let their wealth grow instead of leaking away. Budgeting doesn't kill freedom, it creates it. By choosing where money goes, millionaires free themselves from financial stress. They can focus on their goals and live life on their own terms. That's the real secret behind wealth that lasts. Many millionaires don't become rich by chasing fame or luck. They grow wealthy by building steady careers. Small business owners, teachers, engineers, or professionals who stick with their craft. They understand that mastery comes with time, patience, and persistence. True wealth is less about glamour and more about consistency. Wealth is like planting a tree. You don't see results overnight, but with roots in the right soil, it grows stronger each year. Millionaires often stay in one field long enough to let their knowledge and efforts compound. Their patience creates a life that quietly blossoms. Many people fail because they keep chasing the next big thing, but millionaires know that wealth isn't about jumping from one trend to another. Instead, it's about staying consistent with the vision and patiently building it. They don't gamble on luck, they build on discipline. In the end, real wealth is not about flash or instant success. It's about the quiet, steady path that compounds over years of effort. Millionaires Next Door prove that consistency is the real superpower. Just like a rooted tree, they rise tall and unshakable. Millionaires know that wealth isn't just about money, it's about the habits you pass on. At home, they teach their children the value of money early, showing that every dollar matters. Instead of endless luxuries, they focus on lessons that last a lifetime. Their children grow up understanding discipline, patience, and responsibility. Think of money habits like recipes. Just as a grandmother's cooking can be passed down to grandchildren, so can lessons about saving and spending wisely. Every time parents model these habits, they're giving their kids a recipe for financial success. These lessons travel across generations like treasured family traditions. Millionaires don't spoil their kids with endless gifts. Instead, they encourage independence, teaching their children to earn, save, and value their own work. This builds confidence, resilience, and a strong sense of responsibility. The wealth isn't handed to them, it's built through character and effort. When kids are raised with these values, they don't just inherit money, they inherit wisdom. They carry with them a strong mindset that shapes how they live, work, and grow their own wealth. It's like handing them a compass for life's financial journey. That's why the legacy of millionaires lasts far beyond a single lifetime. Millionaires know that debt is a trap, not a tool for freedom. Instead of spending borrowed money, they stay patient and build wealth step by step. They understand that debt only makes the climb harder, like carrying rocks uphill. Avoiding it gives them the freedom to move faster toward financial independence. Debt is like a hole in a bucket you keep pouring water in, but it never fills up. Millionaires know that carrying debt means wasting energy on something that doesn't grow. They don't want their hard work to leak away. So, they keep their bucket solid and use every drop to build something bigger. Instead of buying things that drain their wallet, millionaires focus on assets that grow over time. They invest in things that pay them back, like businesses or investments. Every dollar is treated like a soldier working for them. This way, their money multiplies instead of disappearing. Escaping debt is not just about avoiding mistakes, it's about choosing freedom. Millionaires live simply so they can move forward without being chained down. They know true wealth isn't flashy cars or mansions, but peace of mind and independence. That's why they stay focused on what matters most. True wealth isn't about the size of your house or the brand of your car. It's about freedom, the power to live life on your own terms. Millionaires often value this freedom more than any flashy purchase. Their real luxury is control over their time and choices. Think of money like oxygen. Once you have enough to breathe easily, you don't need to carry extra tanks everywhere. Beyond a certain point, chasing more doesn't make you happier. Real millionaires know when enough is truly enough. True wealth is not about showing off. It's about security, peace of mind, and the comfort of knowing you're safe. Millionaires don't spend to impress, they build to protect and to live without worry. That's the quiet strength of real financial freedom. In the end, wealth means choices. The choice to spend time with loved ones, to rest, to chase passions, or to say no when it matters. That's why real millionaires often live simply. Their richness comes from freedom, not flashiness. So, what did we learn? Millionaires don't always live in mansions, they live modestly, budget carefully, avoid debt, and build true wealth through consistent habits. Wealth isn't about looking rich, it's about being rich in freedom, security, and opportunities. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. What surprised you most about how millionaires actually live? Let's talk about it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is Ethan from Ethan's Money Library, building wealth, one book at a time. Until next time, remember, the richest life is often the simplest one.